know my name. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
Eagles Nation, what's up? It's your boy Prime here on episode 6 of Rolling with Prime. My guest today, man, this little kid is one of the strongest that I've met in my life. He's got a big heart and a little body. He shows it every time I see him. My man, my little man, Giovanni. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. I'm really excited to have you on the show. I've been looking forward to this all week.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
I know I've been going back and forth with your mom, and she was telling me how excited you were to go ahead and get this thing going. Definitely want to say what's up to everybody that's tuning in. Mark, Jordan, my boy Danny, Callie. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Want to go ahead and start off by saying that if you guys have any questions for the little man, get them together, send them in. My man Gail's in the background. He'll go ahead and gather a couple questions up so that way we could go ahead and later on in the show and ask Giovanni what you guys want to know. But how you been, man? I mean, off season's here. I think school just finished for you.
Yeah. I think 2 Fridays ago.
Okay. So how was that? I mean, last time we talked, I know you said you had a couple classes that you were going to go to.
Yeah. I didn't go the whole year, and then I went back, and I had 4 days, and I was so nervous. It was my first couple of days at high school. I can't even tell you how many times I got lost. I got lost going to the bathroom, coming back from the bathroom, pretty much going to all my classes. I got lost.
Hey, listen, I experienced that, man. I know what that's like, especially when when you go back to school and then when you start high school, the nerves kick in.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been there, man. Done that. I've gotten lost in the bathroom probably twice in the same day. So, it does definitely happen. But yeah, I see that, with school being done, you got some time on your hands. How are you feeling after that terrible loss from the Sixers last night?
Sad. I went to bed last night. They had a pretty good lead. I was confident. I wake up this morning. My mom hits me with it. Boom! Sixers lose. And I'm like, what? How did they blow that lead?
Yeah, it was such a disappointment. I mean, I kind of, just before we got on, I was telling you that how I was putting my little ones to sleep last night, and the second night in a row that I put them to sleep is the second night they decided to go ahead and blow that lead. I made it very known to the wifey, Friday, you're putting the kids to sleep. I'm staying up. I'm not missing not one piece of that game. All right. It's got to be in the bag for us on Friday going into game 7, and we got to take this thing. Everything's set up for us to go ahead and bring some type of championship to the city. These guys got to get it together to make it happen. I know you were just recently at a Phillies game. We were supposed to catch up, and but it was definitely a crazy day. How was that for you? Like, getting out, going to a Phillies game, with everything opening up at the time?
Well, I think that game was the Braves, I think, right? That game, it was sad, We didn't score at all. We didn't see any runs scored. But I think the highlight of my night was the people in our section just got bored and started yelling at the players. Like this one guy, when Brad Miller came up to bat, he was like, "B-Rad!" And then Brad, he just started yelling at the umpire. It was the funniest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I saw you with some ice cream in your hands too. I know the
Yeah,
ice cream in the helmet probably had to definitely lighten up your day.
yeah, yeah, it did. Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Well, let's get talking about some Eagles football, man. How are you feeling going into the season? Off season's here. I know you've been seeing some of the practices, some of the highlights, some of the signings. How where are you at with everything? Like, how's the excitement level with you?
Um, I think I was definitely excited, but then the Ryan Kerrigan pickup really just like threw me over the excitement level, and now I'm just like counting down the days till I can at least go to training camp because I'm going to training camp in August, and I'm really excited for that, and like I think it's gonna be just a whole different environment this year now that fans are coming back. I didn't think that I'd ever be saying this, but I think the link will be louder than usual. I didn't know it was possible, but yeah, I think it's gonna be louder.
Well, I couldn't agree anymore, man. Especially with the Ryan Kerrigan signing, I was definitely as excited as you were. I know you even had the privilege to do a quick interview with him off of your podcast. And speaking of your podcast, Philly's sports podcast, how's that going for you, man? Tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, I'm like living the dream, you know. It started as a hobby, and then I just got on Sports Illustrated, and I was like, wow, like like I'm really going places with this podcast, and I just can't thank everyone who listens enough. It's really helped me get to where I am right now, and it's definitely helped me get these interviews.
That's great, man. I mean, yeah, you're great behind the mic, man. I've caught quite a bit of your podcast. I love the interviews, man. I love some of the questions you be asking these big guys. It's probably one of the coolest things, man. The crazy part about it is here I am sitting saying that, I mean, one day I hope to be at your level with the podcast, man, because it's definitely exciting to see things going well for you. And I know you mentioned it that you're living the dream, and you definitely are looking like you're living the dream, man. I mean, you're getting to talk to these players on a daily basis. It seems like definitely admire the interview you had with Chris Long. I mean, that was pretty cool. I love that guy. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you got the experience that. I see here, you know what I mean? Let's quickly talk about this conversation, and we're not going to stay on it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like you, I get sensitive at times, you know what I mean? I miss the dude and everything. But Carson, all right, hey,
Yeah.
you're big on him, and I'm with you, man. I'm a fan of his. Sad that he got traded. Um, I wish him nothing but the best in Indianapolis, and I really think the guy's going to go ahead and kill it over there. I think he's going to go ahead and be the Carson that we know him to be. And I'm excited for him. I really am. But let's talk about your experience with Carson, man. I know you've had quite a bit of interactions with him. I believe that you're even going to one of his training camps.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going next year to his kids' camp.
Okay.
We're planning to go this year, but we can't because I just had the knee surgery. But I'm going to work hard in physical therapy so I can go next year. And his family has just like really been nice to me. They said that they love my videos that I've done for them. And I think I was the first to announce his number, which that was an honor. That was there's the mullet. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm growing it back out. I'm growing it back out.
Watch out, ladies. Watch out.
But yeah, he's just. I was really sad about it. But I got over it fast just because of how nice he's been to me, and he still lets me know that he appreciates me being a fan of his. And I'll be a fan of his until he retires.
And that's great, man. I mean, yeah, listen, we got to put everything to the side. I know last year wasn't the best year of his career, but I mean, that's part of the game. You know what I mean? You're gonna have your ups, your downs, but it definitely depends on how you handle it. A lot of people felt like, he could have probably handled things a whole lot better, but here we are, guys looking from the outside, not really knowing what happened. We're not going to touch too much upon it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like I said earlier, we're going to go ahead and wish him nothing but the best. I'm definitely rooting for him because, if he plays 75% of those snaps, we get that first round pick. So,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's definitely a good reason.
Baby, you smart. You very smart.
You see, we need that, you know what I mean? So, I'm pretty sure I got a lot of people behind me on that one when you want the guy to go ahead and succeed so that way we can go ahead and get that first round pick. Do
Yeah,
you
I'm
agree?
cheering him.
I mean,
I'm cheering for him there. Yeah.
absolutely, man. What is it that you look forward to the most with this young squad? You know, what I mean, we got Devontae Smith. He's been like the key guy that everybody's talking about. We got Jalen Hurts coming in for his second year. We saw a little bit of him, a little bit of tease of what he could do last year towards the end of the season. So where do you feel like we're going to be at with everything being brand new to the system?
I think definitely Coach Sirianni. I'm really excited to see what he can do. Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts. I'm excited to see their chemistry again. And yeah, I think our defense is going to be good now with a talented. What position is Ryan Kerrigan playing for us?
I believe it's defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle. Yeah, I think he's
Defensive end.
really
I'm sorry, defensive end. Sorry.
defensive end. Yeah, I think he's going to be not only a good player for us, but a good mentor for the young people. Yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be excited, especially for somebody that's been killing us all these years being on the opposing team, and now that we have him on our team, yeah, that Washington football team is mad, and they have every right to be. I mean, obviously it didn't work out for him there, and I am more than excited to go ahead and have open arms for that guy. I'm a big fan of his, and the fact that he's now wearing the midnight green jersey, I'm just as excited, man. I'm really excited. With all the departures that we've had this past off season, I know Carson going to Indianapolis, a lot of other moves that were made, and we having a fresh start with quite a bit of these young players. Who right now falls into that category of being your favorite player?
Jalen Hurts. He's the guy. Not just because of what he does on the field, but what he does off the field. He was such a nice guy when he came on my podcast. Probably one of the most laid back people that I've ever met. He was just sitting there like on a chair, just like ready to talk to me.
That's great, man. I mean, the kid looks like he definitely has a great attitude. Been watching a lot of his videos, and the key statement that I've mentioned before that he caught my attention was the fact that, hey, rent is due every day. You know what I mean? That right there was like, wow, all right, okay, the kid is hungry. Let's see what he's all about. You know what I mean? So I was definitely excited getting that out of him, and then he had me. He had me at hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was good with it. I was good with it, and I'm definitely excited to see what he goes ahead and brings to the table. With the whole new coaching staff, Nick Sirianni and his routes and the fact that his excitement, and you see it every time that
I don't like banana routes, right? I don't like we're gonna roll into it. It's stick your foot in the ground and rip it.
Doesn't I mean that interview was probably my all-time favorite of his so far. Like I love the guy, I love his attitude, I love the energy that he's bringing to the team. Do you feel like any changes might need to be made with this coaching staff, or are you like all in, ready to go, and see what they go ahead and do this upcoming season?
I'm all in. I think that the young head coach is going to do us good. And I think I think that his energy is great. The fact that he was late to a press conference because he was doing a 3-point contest against Greg Ward, that shows us a lot that he wants to win, and he'll be late even to a press conference to try and win against Greg Ward in a 3-point contest.
I love it, man. You know what I mean? It's there's nothing wrong with it at all. The fact that you were actually late because you were having a contest against your player, nothing wrong with it at all, man. It's not against the rule book. You know what I mean? It's his team. If he wants to be late, he wants to be late. If he wants to go ahead and have more fun with his players, I'm with it. You know, I love it. I love the fact that he's building a chemistry with these guys. I'm really hoping that, it goes into the regular season the same way, and these guys have his back all the way. You know what I mean? That's the type of relationship you want and hope that these guys build with their coach. So I know after last year with Doug, and, I'm forever grateful for Doug bringing us our first Super Bowl, but it was just time, man. It was time for a change. You just felt like the locker room was lost. And I see that we just regenerated ourselves with, Nick Sirianni and this coaching staff, the energy that he brings, the excitement that he brings. So I'm excited, man. I'm really looking forward to what these guys get going. The other thing, I'm going to be there at the Eagles training camp, open training camp. I'll be there as well. So I'll definitely catch up with you. Looking forward just to see some type of practices, man. See that football get thrown around. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Nick throws that ball around a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like that's what it's going to be like with this guy. But I'm so looking forward to it, man. I think I'm gonna probably be one of those people that are going to be at the gate like as soon as it opens up.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's see how that goes. The anticipation leading up to that day is like really at a high level right now. It really is. So here I'm going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to ask yours truly some questions. You know what I mean? So what you got for me?
All right. So who was your favorite player growing up?
My favorite Eagles player?
Yeah.
My favorite Eagles player was Brian Dawkins, but I have to be honest. Before Brian Dawkins, I was a William Thomas fan. Not sure if you know much about Willie T. You know what I mean? Because it was way before your time, but Willie T, he was a monster linebacker that we used to have on the squad back in the day. And this guy, when I met him, his hands were so huge when I met him in the locker room and I gave him a handshake. This guy just then on top of that, he took his hand and put it over my head, and it was like he covered my whole head with that hand. Like it was crazy.
I think a few years back, I think it was in 2020, we the Eagles did like a Eagles kids camp.
Okay.
They have Willie T on there.
Okay. Yeah, he does make some appearances at some of the camps and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure he was that guy that was there. And back in the day, the way these guys, linebackers used to be, they used to have these neck rolls on their pads, and it was coming up like so high, and it was just crazy like how these guys would run around the field with these neck pads. But that's the style of football it was back in the day compared to what we are at right now. So that was my guy before Brian Dawkins came onto the squad. And then when Brian came on, the rest was history. You know what I mean? That was my go-to guy. I love that guy. I will forever love that guy.
Yeah. Who is your favorite player now?
This is a tough one, man. You got me here, man. I want to see what the kids could do, man. I'm not at that level with anybody right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm not. I know. Gail has every right to throw that up. I just want to see what these what these guys bring to the table, and then can I just say that I promise that I'll go ahead and make a decision after the season? Is that fair enough? Am I okay to
Yeah.
get away with that? All right. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, G. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are you most excited about this season?
The offense. The fact that we got so much young talent on this team is I want to see that offense spark it up. Haven't seen it in the past couple of years because these guys, it was every Sunday, it seemed like everybody knew what we were doing. Everybody was shutting our offense down because the plays that we were running were the same plays that everybody pretty much had in their back pockets and already knew what was going to happen. So the fact that we have rookies, young talent, new coaching staff, I'm really excited to see what this offense is going to do. And I really feel like they're going to catch a lot of these opposing teams off guard.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm gonna say to that is let Travis Fulgham play.
hey, Eagles, you hear that? Let the man play, man.
Let the man play.
That is correct.
What inspired you to start making the Prime masks?
I love this question. So I'm an 80s kid. Transformers was my favorite cartoon, one of my favorites. Optimus Prime was the man. So real quick, I'll tell you how I got the mask. I found it at a store. It was just sitting there. It was kind of like calling my name. So I grabbed it. Then I have a friend who does airbrushing, who does all my airbrushing on my Prime mask. I brought it to him and I said, hey, listen, I want you to help me out with collaborating the Eagles and the Optimus Prime. And he says, no problem. I'll take care of you. Come back a week later, and there it was, Prime on the rise. It was all decked out. I grab it and I show up at my very first Eagles game with it. I'm sitting in the crowd with this big helmet in the middle of everybody, and I got people looking at me. But then I got people, saying, "Hey, this thing is cool." Then, of course, when I got with the boys, that was my nickname. That's what they gave me, Prime.
Yeah.
So it stuck with me, and the rest is pretty much history, man.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
What made you want to start a podcast?
It was seeing. I was home watching Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick was big on ESPN, and then he kind of like just started doing the podcast and then being himself. And I love this guy. To me, he's a comedian. He's a great sportscaster. And I'm like, wow. And then I started like looking into all these podcasts. And then, of course, I run into the 4th and John. I see what these guys were all about. And then I just told myself, like, hey, this is pretty cool. This is something, maybe one day I would like to go ahead and do. And then became part of the 4th and John team. I got the opportunity to go ahead and come on the screen and do some podcasts. I'm going to be honest with you, man. It was definitely nervous. I mean, look, today, right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm still nervous. You know what I mean? Big guy, still nervous. And I know you feel my pain. I mean, it's not easy, but the fact that we feed off of each other, and I'm definitely inspired on how you have and handle your podcast. So it's stuff like that just encourages me to keep on doing it. So that's where I'm at when it comes to wanting to do the podcast.
Yeah, I think the nerves of doing the podcast, I think it makes it more fun.
Absolutely, man. You just go with the flow. It's like my guy Evan says, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I definitely, like I said, when I catch your clips, I see you're going with the flow. The way you ask the questions, the way you interact with these guys, I love it, man. You're doing such a great job. You got to, keep striving. Keep striving, G. You're doing great, man. You're doing great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, how about we give some of the viewers a chance to ask you some questions now, man. I don't want to go ahead and take away some time from them. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody in the group has a question to go ahead and ask you. Gail, if you're in the background, if you could go ahead and throw something up. Maybe we could get something answered here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gio. You can tell him any day now. Question for Gio: what's it like being a Superman for the Philadelphia Eagles?
It's the best thing ever. I think the Eagles, not only are they like the best team and they have such good energy, us as a fan base, we can be wild. But we're always gonna love our birds.
Good answer, man. I mean, I don't think there's any better answer than that. And you're right. We could definitely be wild, man. You've seen it for yourself. You know how we get.
Yeah.
You've seen it. Birdman, I appreciate the question, man. I'm pretty sure, Gio was just as excited. What game are you attending at the league, Gio? And are you going to go to any road games this year?
I think Carson might be inviting me out to Indianapolis.
Oof.
To go watch a game. Who gave Gail this?
Listen, Gail is the mean thing. All right, you can't. There's
Who
no way.
gave him this power?
That's him, man. That's him. There's no way you can control it. That's pretty exciting, man. I'm glad that you're getting that opportunity, man. Carson is. That's great about him, that he's giving you the opportunity to go catch up with him and come to see him play. I'm pretty sure you're going to be his good luck charm, man. You know what I mean? Like the connection you used to have, it's going to be great. And I'm glad you're getting the opportunity. I definitely am. Let's go ahead and get one more question. What we got here? What's the deal with Ben Simmons? Go ahead, G. Don't hold back neither.
No. Here's what I'm saying. He's my guy. I can't hate. I can't.
Hey, Gail, I love that. Gail, did you get that? He's my guy. My guy. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to go ahead and get one more in there. Gio, it was sad seeing Prime remove the Carson. Was it sad seeing me remove the Carson Wentz fathead?
It was. Yeah.
Did you catch that video?
Yeah. It was sad.
Yeah, I mean, I had to go ahead and make a moment. Say hi to Gio. You got my daughter here. I mean, she's a fan of yours.
Hi.
That's great, man. Yeah, it was definitely a sad moment for me, but I mean, I replaced him with Boobie Miles.
Yeah.
What better way to go ahead and re-up on the whole basement down here, make some moves. But let it be known, Carson is still in the building. He's hanging up. He's hanging up here.
Yeah.
I couldn't officially get rid of him. On top of that, yeah, he's right up there. I still got him up there.
Yep.
Yeah, and I couldn't officially get rid of him because it was a gift from my brother. And G, if you don't know by now, my brother's a Cowboys fan. So yeah, I know, it disgust, right? The disgust. I can hear it in your voice. But he gave it to me, so I definitely had to keep it. It's just something that we've always, the respect we've always had for each other. When he gives me something or I give him something, it's just we hold on to it regardless of whatever. So I want to ask you if you can help me out with something, man. I think I'm in the mood to do a giveaway. So with a giveaway, I want you to go ahead and come up with a question for the viewers. And I want, we're going to go ahead and give the first person to answer this question, but please let it be known, if you already had the opportunity, you've already won, we're going to go ahead and give it to somebody who hasn't. So, I just want to be fair to everybody. So, Gio, if you got something ready to go ahead and bring out and ask, by all means, go ahead, man. What you got?
All right. So, who is the first ever Eagles quarterback to throw over 4,000 yards in a season?
Oof. Oh. What we got here? Daddy's a little bit bothered by that. He was my last show winner. We got Michael Vick here. I don't think it's Vick. Oh, look who tuned in. AJG. This is one of my biggest fans here, and Baby Prime's biggest fan. I got to make sure I let that be known. But
Betty, you smart. You very smart.
I think she's right. She nailed it, right?
Yeah.
She nailed it.
Yeah.
Hey, Wentz is the answer. So, AJ, with that, you know, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and send you. Let's see what we got here. I got an Eagle shirt. You won yourself an Eagle shirt. I will be sending that to you. And on top of that, I got some. Let's see here. What we got here? We got some Eagle magnets and some stickers. All right. Got the Prime. All right. First view of the Prime magnets.
Oh.
I'll throw in a little 4th and John in there. And here's the new and improved family right there. We got Baby Prime. We got the little Bumblebee, my daughter, and of course yours truly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Eagles keychain in there. All right. And with all that, I'm gonna go and send it with style inside the Prime.
With style.
With style, you know what I mean? Yeah, I that was a real good question, man. That was a real good question. But you know what? The fact that it was such a great question, I don't know. I'm in the giveaway mood. How about we do another one?
All right.
You want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right, man. Let's go ahead and do another one. So if you got another question, let's go ahead and give somebody else an opportunity for something.
All right. What former Eagles player was the movie Invincible about?
Tough one, Jay.
Tough one. Let's see if anyone knows it.
Back in the people's keyboards are going crazy right now. What we got? Anybody? Come on. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Thomas Primetime Brown. All right. Let's let it be known. Watch the Prime part. Okay. All right. Let's watch the Prime part, buddy. Thomas. Well, congratulations, man. That was the answer. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hook you up with an Eagles hat. All right, that's what we'll go ahead and hook you up with. And we're also gonna go and throw some stickers, magnets, and keychain up in there. And again, another one going out in style, man. You know, I'm throwing it into the Prime envelope. You like that, G, don't you?
Yeah.
With style, man. With style.
Style.
Okay. Well, not only that, G, I got something for you, man.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I get this sent to you.
Oh.
Got a nice little Eagles Nike jersey for you.
Yeah.
All right. And you know,
Wow.
I got some fancier stickers for you. You know, so we got the 4th and John. We got the magnet.
Oh.
Got that one for you. All right. So and you know, I know you love that green, man, that Kelly green. So I'll send that Kelly green to you. Another fancy Kelly green for you. All right. And I even throw a little family up in there with you.
Yeah.
All right. So you know, when we log off and everything, we'll connect and I'll get your information and I'll get this stuff over to you. Oh, and I forgot. I almost forgot. I got a different style Prime keychain. I'll make sure you get that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. For those, you know, that like some of the stuff, stay tuned. I'm working on getting the merchandise back up. Just working some details out, but you know, stay tuned for all that. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. It was great having you on the show, G. Like I said, I was looking forward to this, man. I think it was pretty fun. I had a good time. How about yourself?
Yeah, I had a good time, man.
That was good, man. That's good. I definitely appreciate you coming on. You know, it was great seeing you. You know, we haven't seen each other, but I'm really looking forward to the open training camp. where we can interact and stuff. So it's time. It's time. I know things are getting back to normal. I know you just got finished having your second shot. We talked about that earlier. I know you're good, right? We're just gonna leave it at that. You feel good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I know you're tough, man. You're a tough little guy. So I know you ate that one like nothing. It was a piece of cake for you. But thank you again for joining me today.
Thank you.
I think this was probably one of my favorite shows. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it was cool having you on. And for those that like I said, if you want to get on, take a shot to come and chill with your boy Prime, shoot me a DM. We could go ahead and make something happen. With that being said, I will be back in a couple weeks for the next episode. So until then, it's Fly Eagles Fly. See you guys in a couple weeks.